Ever heard the story about the night the Ozarks learned to hum? It's not just a folk tale. It's a warning. It all started at 317A, near Bull Shoals Lake. A strange resonance began to pulse through the air, but it wasn't sound. It was a test broadcast, a signal leaking from another dimension, turning the very atmosphere into a medium for something ancient and hungry. This is where our three unlikely heroes come in. First, you have the hillbilly guitar dude. He's not just a musician. He's a collector of stories, a troubadour whose steel strings translate the deep memory of the land into human emotion. He's the heart of the trio. Then there's the Bull Shoals boogeyman. He's a ghost DJ, a spectral radio host who died decades ago, tangled in his own antenna wires. Now, he's the group's infrastructure, using his phantom signal to broadcast their defenses across the hills. And finally, the most mysterious of them all, Zero Antarctica. He's an extraterrestrial virtuoso, an alien whose skin shimmers like frostbitten vinyl. At first, everyone thought he was an invader, but he was actually here to help. He's a cosmic musician who uses a resonance engine to stabilize reality, turning the guitar dude's emotions and the boogeyman's static into a weapon. So what were they fighting? A cosmic threat known only as the listener. This entity isn't a god or a demon. It's a parasite of attention, a being from another dimension that feeds on memory, regret, and especially unfinished songs. It crossed over because it found the deep, recursive hum of the Ozarks to be the most delicious meal it had ever encountered. The listener's attack was insidious. It began turning the people of the region into sleepwalkers, making them dream in stereo as it feasted on their minds. It wanted to eat the musicians, the memories, and the land itself. Our three friends knew they had to act fast. They gathered for one final desperate jam session. Their goal wasn't to destroy the listener, but to give the formless horror a shape, a song that could be trapped. The guitar dude poured all the pain and history of the hills into his chords. The boogeyman broadcasted it on every frequency, creating a web of static and sound. And Zero Antarctica used his alien technology to translate it all into a signal that could contain the monster. It was a beautiful, terrifying performance, a song of sacrifice. Zero Antarctica tried to shut the portal down, shouting a final warning. This world is recursive, it eats its musicians. And it did. The raw power of the Ozarks hum pulled him apart musically, stretching his sound across decades. He managed to escape back to the stars, but he was no longer whole. The Bull Shoals boogeyman simply vanished mid-laugh, his spectral form dissolving into the static he commanded, becoming a permanent part of the signal, everywhere and nowhere at once. And the hillbilly guitar dude? He was left alone, the sole keeper of the terrible song. The story goes that the recording of that final jam still exists. It's a single audio file labeled Zero Antarctica _Bull Shoals _final. Lav, they say if you ever find it, you should never, ever play it out loud, especially not near water. Because if you do, the room will suddenly feel crowded. That's because you've just been added to the signal. You've just put yourself on the playlist for the listener to find. So if you ever out by the lake late at night, and you hear a strange hum on the air, maybe turn up your own music a little louder. You don't want to become just another unfinished song. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe for more strange tales. Stay safe out there.